Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. For Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, we got month 3 in the books. Let's do another sales report. I find it hilarious that I don't even play the game, and these are now my most popular videos. In the previous sales video, I got a comment that was held, and I can't believe I have to say this, but if you want to comment on my channel, be civil, don't cuss, and don't threaten. I have a video which I'll link to below, why I block. If you follow what I lay out in there, you'll have a better chance that I will see your comment. Alright, but let's go over the numbers for the games that I always point out. For November, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis 3.7 million, Power Pro 4.2, Dot Hero 6.4, Monster Hunter Now 10.9. That's a legit hit, but made by the same people who made Pokemon Go, so they know what they're doing. Arknights 7.4, good month for them. Dragon Quest Walk 12.3, Nikke 13.4, Honkai Star Rail 7.1, Genshin 15.1, Uma Musume 10, that's lower than usual, and Monster Strike 58 million, can't stop that game. And just because it's my main game, Nier Reincarnation 267k, worst month ever again. The more interesting question than when is this game shutting down is why hasn't this game shut down? But yeah, month over month drop for Ever Crisis, about $1 million less USD from last month. I see a lot of people saying the game is failing and will shut down soon, but it is way too early to be saying things like that. I think the game has only a 10% chance of shutting down before first anniversary. It is pulling in like 10 times the revenue of First Soldier month after month, so Ever Crisis is fine. If you want to spend and be assured that the game's not going to shut down next week or next month, don't worry, go ahead and do it. Ever Crisis has had a good enough start that it's really going to take watching the game for a year to judge how healthy the game is. In a previous video, I spoke about Ever Crisis having perhaps more staying power as far as bringing in long-term revenue than Nier Reincarnation. Reincarnation had a very good first 6 months, but that was largely due to a bunch of collaborations with console Nier heroes. After the half anniversary and the Nier collaborations ended, sales fell off a cliff and never recovered because the gameplay was not enough to sustain interest and sales among those collectors. And as we all know, story doesn't sell. Ever Crisis, however, can appeal to those collectors forever because there will always be Cloud, Sephiroth, Tifa, and Aerith, even if there is a collaboration, because it's still them. Furthermore, Ever Crisis drives sales by linking new releases to new PvE events, and frequently coming out with high difficulty bosses. From what I've witnessed over my years watching the industry, this is more fun than linking new releases to PvP-focused gameplay, and so it makes it easier to feel good about spending. What I am interested to see, and what it will take probably a year to discover, is where the true average lies for Ever Crisis as far as revenue. Games settle into different earning tiers, kind of. Genuine hits like Uma Musume, Genshin, Dokkan Battle, and Pokemon Go live near the top. Behemoths like Fate Grand Order, Puzzles & Dragons, and Monster Strike own the top. Healthy games like Arknights, Romancing Saga Re-Universe, and Nyanko Dai Senso live around the 3.5 million USD line, and a whole bunch of games inhabit the danger zone under 1 million USD per month. I can see Ever Crisis settling into that healthy area, but it wouldn't surprise me if they screwed things up and dropped down into the danger zone. Square Enix's reputation is bad enough in Japan that the general user base would judge screw-ups very harshly and leave the game easily, so Square Enix just has to not screw up and Ever Crisis should be fine. But I think one major thing is going to forever keep it out of genuine hit territory, and that is its old-fashioned game design. Mobile games that come out these days really have to choose between one of two models to hope for success, and that is to be an attention-intensive main game or a background farming subgame. Games that lie in the middle are seen as not respecting the time of the user, and so struggle to gain and keep users and spenders. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis lies in that middle ground, unfortunately, where farming can be a big part of the game, but does not offer background farming, so it demands that our phone be on the app, and largely unusable otherwise, and that does not make users happy. Locking up a phone with active play, like Monster Strike or Musume or Pokemon Go, can be very profitable, but the game has to be fun enough to deserve it. Otherwise, users are loath to devote their main screen time to a game that should be better as a background farmer. Older players will be more okay with this old-fashioned style, but for this reason, Ever Crisis is not going to appeal as much to teens and definitely not preteens, and that is going to limit how much Ever Crisis can make. Ever Crisis is probably never going to compete with like Genshin and Nikke. It's more likely to sit around Arknight's territory. Okay, I think that is a shorter video than usual. I haven't been paying as much attention to like scandals and controversies this month. I have been busy with other things. But yeah, we'll see if the coming month offers anything interesting. Typically, New Year's, especially the first New Year's, is very profitable for mobile games. And then half anniversary is also profitable, but we'll see after that what happens. That might be where we see the change. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.